Hey everyone, it's James Lambert, the international speaker, coach, mentor, author and positive transformation specialist. So how are you doing? I hope you're very, very well indeed, and you really are going after some of your dreams with great enthusiasm and confidence. So in this broadcast, I really wanted to talk about the power of standing out. And to put this in context, I was making my lunch yesterday and a lovely cheese and marmite sandwich, and it was this itself, the big squeeze. It was this marmite. I'm a big fan, I love it, but people often say about marmite that you either love it or hate it. There really is just those sort of two camps. You love it or you hate it. It doesn't really inspire indifference or apathy in any sense. And I was thinking, this idea came to my mind and I wanted to share it in the hope that it gives you some great value. Now this is whether or not you're an entrepreneur or run your own business, but just by being yourself, what I encourage you to do, and I found this very helpful in my own life, don't be scared to be like Marmite. Be bold, be who you are. And yes, some people, in being your fuller self, in being most authentically you, like I do, you could inspire. Some people will love you and some people will hate you. But know that that's okay. That's okay. You're not here to please everyone, and nor indeed should you. Because if you are, you're like that colour beige. Who cares about that really? Who gets pumped up and passionate? Who gets enthusiastic about bland stuff? If you're honest, you don't. So that's what I love about Marmite. You either love it or you don't. And you see, for many people, they live their lives, just being honest, and I get this because I've had the same feelings in my own life. When you're small, or indeed it carries on into adulthood, you want to fit in. That's a natural part of the old tribe mentality, where if you stray too far away from it, literally and figuratively, you could have got eaten by a saber-toothed tiger or woolly mammoth. So it was prudent to stick together, even if you didn't agree with everyone. Safety in numbers, that old mentality. But you know what? We're drawing towards the end of 2016, and I've got a challenge for you. Be yourself if you're not, and only you can answer that, because only you know if you're being fake or not. Now, I don't deliberately use that word to upset you. Fake, that might get that pilot light of emotion, but if it does, good, because only you can tell if you're being false with other people. I say, and I gently encourage you, the more that you don't have an image to maintain, the more that you're just yourself, and I mean that, yourself with your parents, with your grandma and granddad, with your boys, with your loved one, with your wife or girlfriend. When you're just you and you stand by your opinion, yes, you're open that it can change. In my life, it's been very prudent to continually change, to self-improve and personally develop. And yet, be yourself. Let your yes be yes and your no, no. And people will respect you for that. And those that don't or won't, they never had your back anyway. So I can't say it enough. Be like Marmite. Don't fear other people's judgment. You know what I mean? Don't fear it. If they love you or hate you, good. But you don't want to just be, mildly indifferent. You really want, and this is regardless of whether you've got a business to run or whether you've got big goals or anything. But there is such power in being authentically you. But moreover, I found that it actually, in the clients I have the privilege of serving, is that when they started to do this, they don't wear that false self. So they're someone in front of their parents, they're putting on an act to the world, they're going home and being profoundly unhappy. The joke is, when you're brave enough to be yourself, warts and all, and you say, world, hello, this is me, this is who I am, the freedom and peace of mind that gives you, and lo and behold, you become happier. It's better for your mental health, your physical health. A lot of ailments that could have been troubling you, you could have had regular pains or suffer from cold or that. Your immune system is effectively damaged and weakened because you're not being true to yourself, because you're not being congruent. And I mean in all areas. So you'll begin to thrive in all of your relationships, both personally and professionally. Your health will get better. You get stronger mentally and physically. and you will just flourish. All because you had the bravery, dare I say audacity, to be you. So as I say, this was all inspired by Marmite, making it for my lunch. Remembered that it inspired that sort of love it or hate it mentality. And I realised that in my own life, since I really started to be me. So if I want to be fun, sometimes I'm fun. If I want to be comedic, if I want to tell someone I love them, I do it. Male or female. Before I used to think, oh, I know it's ridiculous, but oh, that's weak, or that's gay, or that's soft, or that's soppy. All of this self-judgment. And in truth, it was self-judgment, because in truth, regardless of what other people, because just like mouths, everyone's got an opinion. You know, whatever you do, someone, somewhere in the world will find fault with it. I found this over and over again in my life. The most important opinion is your own. So what you think of you. And you know what? What becomes easier, you get that peace of mind and peace in your body when you can look at yourself in the mirror knowing that you, at least, have got your own back and you accept you. And that in great way goes about or comes about by letting your yes be yes and your no be no. And letting the chips fall where they be. You know what? So what I'm really saying is don't try and please everyone, because it's a fool's errand. You just can't do it. And moreover, you sort of crucify yourself, because you know when you've gone against your own value and belief structure to fit fit in, you know. So you may be vehemently against, you know, racism, and someone says anything, but just to keep the peace, and I'm not talking always about fighting, but you know, you can just say, you know, confidently, you know, I don't agree with you, I don't agree with that, and please don't talk like that in my presence. I've had to do it myself in various work on site, and you know, doing different things, and it does initially cause friction, but you know what, that's on them. If anything, the people that are talking violently and talking so freely about, you know, racist thoughts and sexist thoughts, they're the ones that should be embarrassed. They're the knuckleheads. So you have got nothing to be embarrassed about by stating your truth clearly, boldly, but without fuss. So I encourage you to do it, and the more you do it, the more confident you get. But even more important than that, you get that peace of mind because you're happy to live with yourself. You're not conflicted, and that's the really important thing. You're not conflicted. So you're not thinking one thing and saying another. Now, you know, you can still be kind, but don't misunderstand that letting your parents know what you really think, or you know, what job you really want to do, letting your work colleagues know how you feel, that's not wrong. You have a right to your opinion. So what I'm saying is, stand by that, be bold, be confident, and if it inspires, just like Marmite, if it inspires that love it or hate it, so be it. Because you know what? In being sort of careful and tiptoeing around people's feelings, you're doing that anyway. Some people are not thinking well of you right now, even if you think you're keeping the peace, and others are loving you for who you are. And so I say again, I've said it before, I would far rather be loved for who I am. Oh, sorry, hated. I would far rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Far rather hated for who I am. This is me. Rather than, you know, everyone that loves me, but I'm acting just for their approval. Who needs that? What you need, what you and I need, my friend, is your approval, self-approval. Because in truth, your own opinion of yourself is all that matters. Because at the end of the night, you go to bed with yourself, you go to bed with your thoughts. And it's that conversation and communication with yourself that if that breaks down, that's what leads to anxiety. That's what leads to ill health, depression, and ultimately, in the worst case, suicide. Because your self-talk is so vehemently against you. And in great part, why? Because you're conflicted. Because you're putting on a smile for the world and you're not happy. So why not be happy, I say? And if that offends some people, if some people hate you for it, so be it. But you know what? At least you get to live another day and you're happy with yourself. So I'm going to leave that there for now. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, drop me a comment. If you like this sort of positive stuff, do give my Facebook public page a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more daily inspirational, motivational, positive videos. And as always, if you want to change your life or any area of your life for the better, just like I have, please do get in touch with me through my website, James Lambert Coaching. I would love to hear from you. Moreover, I'd love to work with you. I love what I do, and I get results. So from my heart to yours, much, much love. And in closing, know this, that you Yes, you watching this are unstoppable, and I believe in you. Take care of yourself.